Hi everybody. So today you're going to need to have your sketchbook, pencil, eraser, ruler, and you're going to need maybe a piece of scrap paper here. So to get started, I'm just going to take my ruler and lay it against the bottom edge of my paper and draw a line so that I have a base here. So there we go. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to measure up probably about 3 inches. So you can either put the 3 on your line and then make a mark at the end of the ruler like so, or you can put the 0 on the line and make a mark at 3 like that. It is the same thing. And then you are going to connect the dots with your 2 marks that you have. There we go. These are my guidelines. I also need to find where is the center of my paper. So my paper is 12 inches, so of course the center is going to be at 6. I believe your sketchbooks are the same. From here, we're going to write our name on this paper, and we want to make sure that it is centered. So depending on your name, you can have 2 ways that this will work out for you. So if your name only has 4 letters, the middle of your name, of course, is going to be between the letters. If you have 5 letters in your name, then you're going to actually have a letter as the middle part of your name. So you need to know where is the middle of your name. So I'm going to go ahead and do my name. And I'm very, very lightly going to be putting my letters down here. So I start in the middle, and I went to the right, and now I'm going to come and work a little bit backwards. There we go. So there, very lightly, I have my name sketched out. The next step that you're going to do is you want to take a piece of paper, and I'm just going to use what I have here. And you want to make yourself a little template. So you might want to grab some scissors also. I didn't mention that at the beginning. My apologies. And let's go with, it'd be nice if you could do an inch letter, but I don't think you can on your paper. So let's start with 1/2 inch. So I'm going to make a 1/2 inch mark on the edge of my paper. And then I am going to cut that. Here is my template so that I can make all of my letters, and I want to do block letters. They can all be the same thickness so that I can move this through the whole process here. You do need to have your letters touch top and bottom, this being the top, this being the bottom, for your guidelines. And you want to do this super, super lightly. So I'm going to just freehand sketch the rest of that in there. And now that I have my letter N on here, I can erase my original N. That was the single line that's running in the center. Oops, there went my little piece of paper. All right, and I'm going to repeat this with all of my letters. So give me just a second and I'll be back to show you what that looks like. All right, so here I have my name done. I went over it in a fine line marker. You can certainly do that also. It's I did it so you can see it on the camera. So from here, your guidelines that you have here. So I'm going to use my extra eraser that I have so that I don't have to keep using up my pencil eraser. And any extra lines that I don't need inside my letters, I can also erase. So I have a nice and clean paper to do the next steps. All right, so that is going to be the first step. The next thing that you're going to do is make this 1-point perspective. So I'm going to go up to the top of the paper and put a little dot right like this. That is my point for my 1-point perspective. And we are going to use the ruler And we're going to go from your top edges. So I'm going to draw a real nice light line like that from the top edge, top corner. And then I need to do this top corner. Again, you have to hit that point like that. Okay? And I'm going to go all across the top ones first. So the next point of my letter. Ooh, I almost missed the dot there. And this is going to help us make it look like it's going back into space. Or you could say it looks more like it's coming forward. Either way, it's the same end result. All right, so there are my top lines so far. And now I'm going to go, thinking about this as being solid, I need to do my interior lines here. All right, so if this is solid, I have a corner here, and when I draw that back to the point, it's only going to be here on the inside because this is solid over here, this area. The same from the bottom point is going to happen. I could only draw back a little bit, right? Then I'm going to come over here to my N. I have a point down here. Just draw it back like that. And that's kind of done for that one because this is solid. When I get over here to this one, you can't see it at all, which is fine. And then I can check this one. Again, you're not going to see it. But you might see a little bit here on the inside of this N. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. This one, I didn't tell you about this one. This one doesn't fit either, so I didn't have to draw that. All right, and then let's check the bottom corner here of this one. You see it a little bit before it runs into the N beside it. And then I need to check these points. Well, this one's not going to have anything. This one doesn't either. This one will. This one won't. And this one will. Again, once it runs into the letter, that's it. And then the bottom point won't. So that is the first step of having your name in 1 point perspective. This is your 1 point perspective. 1 point up here. All right.